to Paris. This iconic city is the host of one of the most exciting annual judo competitions and a key event in the International Judo Federation's World Tour, the Paris JUDO Grand Slam. Usually held in February, refurbishment of the legendary Prix Stadium meant in 2015 it would be staged now. So with the transformation into the Accor Hotel's arena complete, a new chapter in this event's rich history began. The official draw was opened by Mr. Marius Visa, president of the IJF. Ranking points for this event will be crucial in the race for Olympic qualification. So naturally, there was a large entry with many of the world's top competitors in action, all vying to impress the knowledgeable French judo public. And for home fighters, there was the added incentive of emulating their childhood heroes by becoming Paris champions. We start at under 52 kilograms, where Kosovo's KELMENDI was making her return. The former world #1's absence through injury has seen her slip to #4 in the rankings, and also meant she was unable to defend her world title in Astana. After a hold down saw her through her first contest, she then showed no signs of rust as she took out the Japan. KELMENDI was through to the final. Her comeback was going as planned. Facing off against her would be Switzerland's Schock, who was having the tournament of her life. Though ranked at only 51 in the world, she was not to be underestimated, as her opponents found out. After seeing off the experienced Sundberg of Finland in her opening contest, she had yet another shock in store, as she took advantage of world #1 Kitu's forward momentum to dump the Romanian flat on her back with hip hop. Would Schock cause yet another upset in the final? KELMENDI got the grip, left-handed grip on the sleeve and the lapel. Now what's going to happen? This is where she's taken her back. Ojigari there from Schock, and it wasn't fully committed. And Tewaza from KELMENDI takes her back and gets a score. Now KELMENDI, arm over the back, looking for the Osoto. And she's got to get out of there, Schwab. It was the same technique as Schwab, but she drove off that back leg and she controlled the upper part of the body. What a comeback from KELMENDI, and she is working her way back up to the #1 spot. She is clearly the #1 in the world, and that was brilliant stuff from the two-time world champion, and that will be a great confidence boost for KELMENDI. KELMENDI back to her very best.
It's like 10 months that I didn't have this kind of competition, and of course I miss this feeling, these emotions, the adrenaline, everything. And I'm happy for this medal. This will make me believe much more in myself.
Receiving the gold medal from IJF President Mr. Marius Visa at under 48 kilograms was Mongolia's Monkbat. World #1 beat Belgium's Van Snick via Yuko on a dropping shoulder throw in the final. 500 ranking points on offer cemented her position at the head of the ranking list, as Monkbat was crowned Paris champion. At under 57 kilograms, there was cause for Portugal to celebrate, as Monteiro added another World Tour gold to her extensive collection. Her final was a scrappy affair in which a penalty to Mongolia's Dorsaret, decisive moment. The veteran Monteiro showed she still has what it takes to be a world beater. Looking to continue a year of unparalleled success at under 63 kilograms was the clear world #1, Tresniak. In Astana, the Slovenian took her first world title and was here in Paris looking to keep the momentum going. After fighting her way through her elimination contest unblemished, she met Francis of the Netherlands in the final, who had caused a real upset by dispatching former world champion Gerbi of Israel in her semi-final match. the way with the amazing 8th World Tour gold in just over 12 months after a Yuko gave her the win in the final. She is now well over 1,000 ranking points ahead of her closest rival in the category. The under 60 kilogram category saw another comeback as the sensational Takato was in action. He is a flawed genius and his antics off the tatami cost him dear this year as his place in Astana was given to his teammate Shimon instead. A hard lesson learned, Takato was here to make amends and showcased his usual dynamic judo during his elimination contest as he progressed to the semi-final. For Takato, this was about proving beyond doubt that Japan's Olympic position in the category should be taken by him. In his semi-final matchup, he made a strong case for himself, a stunning effort seeing him through to the final. His opponent there would have the crowd on his side. Le Maire of France also had a flair for the dramatic. In his semi-final match, it was in golden score that he launched an all-out attack on Uzbekistan's Lutfiliyev to book his place in the final. And there was some great judo for the crowd to look up in the bronze medal contest. This wonderful piece of footwear from Lutfiliyev looked to have stolen the show. But the other bronze medalist, Dash Devar, had this in answer as he also gave the judo players a break in mouthful judo. Stunning stuff from the Mongolian. With the arena primed, it was time for Takato to take on Le Maire and the Parisian crowd in the final. There's Vanessa May, the brilliant violinist, watching this final with interest. What a final for her to come and see. Takato versus Le Maire. Takato trying to get back into Inui's good box, and that was a brilliant start from Takato. Uranagi from the front. Look at the lift he gets. Great gymnastic ability there from Le Maire. Now Le Maire's got to get on the pace. Also to Gary this time from Takato. Takato blitzing his way in this final, and he's well on top. Left-handed, but he can come from any direction. Changes it this time. Oh, what a Wazari that was. Yoko Otoshi there from Takato. He changed the flank. Head ducks underneath. Look at the drive he gets. Not quite an ippon, but now, oh, just 3 seconds left and he's chasing the Maire. And he can't do it. It's all over. Takato is back as he works his way back into the favours of the head coach, Kosei Inui. He felt like he was fighting the crowd as well. Of course he was. But what a brilliant performance. And what a time to bring out a technique like that. Takato, definitely the best on the mat. Can he keep it together off the mat as well?
去年の世界選手権でその雰囲気に飲まれてロシアの選手に負けてたんで、もう静まり返してやろうと思って、そういう気持ちで決勝戦臨みました。
Up one way to the under 66 kilograms, fan favourite Zantaraya was in action. His all-out attacking style has won him the admiration of judo enthusiasts the world over. And in Paris, he did not waste the opportunity to perform for such an eager audience, with 2 big ippons marking his route to the final. But awaiting him there was the world number 2, Davidorj. Mongolian is capable of some equally breathtaking judo, whilst also knowing how to scrap out a win. And it was that knowledge that saw him through in Paris. In the opening exchange of the final, he dug in and turned the tables on Zantaraya to score a Yuko. As the contest progressed, he weathered the storm to hang on to the lead. And with the help of some acrobatics, saw out the clock to take the goal. It meant that he, and not Zantaraya, would jump to world number 1. Great result for Davidorj as he became Paris champion for the first time. The under 73 kilogram category has come to be dominated by the Japanese. In Astana, Ono contested the final with his countryman Nakaya in what would be the 5th straight gold for Japan in the weight, as Ono took his 2nd world title. Not since 2009 has another nation had a world champion in this category. And amazingly, Japan had another former world champion on display in Paris in the form of Akimoto, who wasn't even selected for Astana. The 2010 world champion showed last year in Tokyo that he is still amongst the best in the world when he defeated Ono to take Grand Slam gold. Here in Paris, it was his exceptional pinning skills saw him through his elimination contest, beating Braxic of Slovenia at the semi-final stage to progress to the final. There he would face the world #1 Orozhov, and the Azerbaijani would be out for revenge, since it was him who Akimoto beat in real style during his win in Tokyo last year. As dynamic as ever during his route to the final, Orozhov would be a dangerous opponent for Akimoto. Would Japan once again flex their muscles in the category, or would Orozhov spoil the party? Orozhov is a massive thrower. Akimoto is a massive thrower. Something's going to happen here. Both gripped up. One left, one right. Lead through there to that Yoko Tomonagi from Akimoto. Look at the pull he gets on the arm. The Kazushi was perfect, and the movement was perfect too. Now Orozhov needs a big score. Sinagi! Oh, he was right the way between the legs then. Look at that drive he gets. Of the coaches shouting advice. And now Orozhov needs the Ippon to win this. 35 seconds left. Akimoto still looking for the Ippon. Oh, and it's really lost. Now it's going to and the drive from the direction hand puts Orozhov onto his back, and Orozhov then, he knows it's gone. The second stab did it, and that was brilliant stuff from Akimoto. It really was. It was so low. It was Seotoshi. He drove off the knee. The control he had with the hands made the difference. And what incredible depth the Japanese have in this category. At under 81 kilograms, there was a first World Tour gold for Uzbekistan's Soborov, as he defeated a fellow debutant in the final, Russia's Ryabov. The score which did it was a lightning-fast Konstantinari attack, which saw Soborov pouncing to drive through to score a Wazari. Soborov picking the perfect moment to win his first Grand Slam. At under 90 kilograms, Georgia's world #4 Lepetiliani took full advantage of the 500 ranking points on offer to shoot up to world #2 by taking gold. He was on blistering form in Paris, scoring 2 Ippons with his signature Makikomi technique. In the final, he had to overcome the crowd as well as world #12 Eder, as the Frenchman made good use of home advantage to reach the final. The match itself was a tense affair, which went to golden score. Lepetiliani doing just enough to counter Eder and land a decisive Yuko to take the win. A good day's work for Lepetiliani.
This atmosphere is the best in the world, because when I was young, I dreamed win here, and now I have 2 gold medals, and it's good feeling for me. And I want to say thank you very much again, everybody, people who come here and who want to watch good judo.
The over 100 kilogram category is dominated by France's record-breaking 8-time world champion Teddy Riner. A genuine superstar in France, Riner would not be competing here in Paris, but was nevertheless present, attending to the other duties of such a high-profile champion. In his absence was a void that needed filling, and doing his best was Japan's Harasawa. This thunderous Uchimata against Tunisia's Jabala earned some well-deserved appreciation from the crowd. A fantastic technique executed to perfection. His opponent in the final, Brazil's Mora, was also on good form, scoring ippon against this year's bronze medalist from Astana, Camo, in the semi-finals. So, after Mayer of the Netherlands had done his bit to entertain the crowd with his lively celebration following his bronze medal win, it was down to Harasawa and Mura to provide a final worthy of the Great Renair's category. Harasawa got a great Uchimata, one human, and also had a massive one against Jabala early on in the day, and then setting up for this. Mura stayed there 1 second too long. Jose Inui very happy about that. It was a beautiful Uchimata, it really was. Harasawa just twitches, and then he disappears right the way up the middle with the Uchimata. Brilliant control. And well, Teddy Renair, not here in this heavyweight division at this tournament, but Harasawa has certainly entertained. In the women's under 70 kilos category, the fighter on form before the World Championships in Astana was Japan's Takimoto. At the Two-Man Grand Slam, she came up with this spectacular Uchimata for ippon to take gold. It was, however, too late to earn her a spot on Japan's World Championships squad, as her place had already been filled. In Paris, she was out to prove that two-man was no one-off. And do that she did, as she defeated the world #1 Pollock en route to the final. There she would be up against Germany's Vargas Koch. Would Takimoto make it 2 Grand Slams in a row? Left to left. Both of them been attacking all the way through this. Seconds ticking away now. Who's going to initiate the big one? Takimoto looking for the Osoto! Osoto Okuruma! And Vargas Koch! Well, she slapped the mat. She knows that she made a mistake. Takimoto got it in first. She goes onto the leg, turns it into Okuruma. Brilliant drive from Takimoto. It was really. And the hand control that she had took Vargas Koch right the way over. A real reaching Osoto starts it off. And that was a second Grand Slam win in a row for Takimoto. Coming on to form at the right time. The under 78 kilogram category saw France's former world champion Chimayo on a mission to give the crowd a home goal to celebrate. After an Ouchigari finished off Spain's Torque Marino, it was a dropping Koso to Gary that saw her past her old nemesis Ogata of Japan. She followed that with a sublime Taitoshi for ippon against Gibbons of Great Britain in a semi-final matchup. She was through to the final, looking fantastic. As she strode out to fight for gold, it was clear nobody was going to stop her. Japan's Sato gave it her best shot, but ultimately could not handle Chimayo and lost on penalties. A gold medal for the Accor Hotel's arena to celebrate. Things were warming up nicely. And in our final female category of over 78 kilograms, there was another French gold, this time from Andy Old. She secured the spot atop the podium when she pinned Germany's Cadets in the final, to put the icing on the cake of a great performance from France's heavyweight women. Delight for Andy Old, she became a heroine on home soil. But would the French men be able to provide a gold as well? The last chance to do so came in the under 100 kilogram category, where Maret would be hoping to repeat his performance from last year and win his second title in a row. At the last Paris Grand Slam, he stole the show when he left it until the very last second to secure a gold medal in Yuko. In that moment, he was immortalised amongst the French judo public as the roof of the stadium was well and truly lifted. An incredible moment for a French fighter, and one which realised his childhood dreams and made those of generations to follow. Maret's title defence started well, a resounding thud and the sound of an emphatic epoch against Austria's Continental. Maret was feeding from the buzz inside the stadium. When he took to the tatami in his next bout, he came up with something special, catching former world champion Kata on the ground with a strangle to score it and set up another appearance in the Paris Grand Slam final. A true example of how hope sweat can lift a fighter to new heights. Faced with the task of stopping Maret in the final was Brazil's Carini. He was on great form himself, having defeated world number 1 Gazanov of Azerbaijan with this opportune Uranagi counter-attack. How would Carini face against Maret and the collective will of Paris? Well, Maret absolutely loving this. The crowd love him as well. He had such an amazing win here last year, and there's Carini of Brazil, and the crowd really getting into this. Mr. Marius Visa looking forward to a great final. Right against right, Carini almost gets caught. Oso to Kosoto there from Maret. Just readjusts his balance. Good gymnastic ability from Carini. Carini can't really get the attack in. Oh, it's Cyrille. And Maret can't do that too much. You can't ride those kinds of attacks. And the crowd absolutely loving it. Get behind Maret. Can he do it twice in a row? Drop Cyrille again from Carini. Oh, he's made a mistake this time. He was too casual getting up. Also to Gary this time from Maret and takes him backwards. He knew that he had to attack Carini. He should have just stayed on his hands and knees, but he was trying to get up. Now, Maret is winning this. 7 seconds to go. The crowd are counting the seconds down. And he's done it twice in a row there from Maret. And the crowd celebrates. Paris celebrates. Maret, brilliant performance from him. He just waited for the right moment. Carini made a mistake there. What an amazing atmosphere here in Paris, and every French judoka dreams of that national anthem going up like that. This really is the most amazing event outside the Worlds and the Olympic Games. So, that's it from this year's Paris Grand Slam. KELMENDI came back with a bang. The Japanese showed that they have talent in abundance throughout the ranks, whilst Takato started back on the path of his Olympic dream. But the stars were the French gold medalists, who stole the show by etching their names into the annals of this fantastic event. Join us next from Abu Dhabi for another Judo Grand Slam.